Welcome to our channel, Top Coin. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating history, market value, and hidden treasures of the 1999 Canadian 1-cent coin. Could you be holding a small fortune in your pocket? Stay tuned to find out. The Canadian 1-cent coin has been a staple of Canadian currency since 1858. Over the decades, it evolved in design and composition, featuring various monarchs, from Queen Victoria to Queen Elizabeth II. However, in 2012, the Canadian penny was officially discontinued due to high production costs and low purchasing power. Now, let's talk about the 1999 Canadian penny, a year that holds particular interest for collectors. Like most Canadian pennies of the modern era, the 1999 coin features two sides. Obverse, front a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Petrie Hunt. This was the first effigy of the Queen to show her at an older age, introduced in 1990. Reverse, back the famous maple leaf twig, designed by G. Kruger Gray, which had been the standard design for Canadian pennies since 1937. The 1999 penny was made of 98% copper, 1.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, weighing 2.35 grams with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Now, what makes some 1999 Canadian pennies extremely valuable? There are two key factors to watch out for: errors and variations. Some rare varieties include double die obverse, DDO. The text or the Queen's image appears doubled due to a minting error. Double die reverse, DDR. Doubling is visible in the maple leaf design or date. Off-center strikes, where the image is misaligned, making the coin look unique. Wrong planchet errors, coins mistakenly struck on different metal planchets. These errors can fetch anywhere from $50 to over $1,000, depending on condition and rarity. Now, how much is a regular 1999 penny worth today? In circulated condition, it's mostly worth face value. But in uncirculated or graded condition, MS 65 or higher, values can jump to $5 to $20 per coin. However, the rare error coins we mentioned earlier can fetch between hundreds to thousands of dollars, especially at auctions. A certified mint state 1999 penny with errors recently sold for over $1,500. Wondering if you own a valuable 1999 penny? Follow these steps. Check the condition. The fewer scratches and wear, the better. Look for mint errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling or off-center strikes. Get it graded. If you think your coin is rare, submit it to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. So, do you have a valuable 1999 Canadian 1-cent coin? Check your piggy banks, jars, and old wallets. You never know what treasures you might find. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin-related content. Comment below if you've ever found a rare penny. Let's discuss. Today, we have a very special episode as we dive into the world of the 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin. We'll explore its fascinating history, its current market value, and, most excitingly, how some rare versions could be worth a lot more than just 5 cents. So, stick around, because you might have a valuable coin hiding right under your nose. Before we talk about the value, let's take a trip back in time and learn about the history of the 2009 Canadian nickel. The Canadian 5-cent coin, often referred to as the nickel, has a long and rich history. Originally, Canada's 5-cent coin wasn't even made of nickel. It was first struck in silver back in 1858. But in 1922, the Royal Canadian Mint transitioned to using nickel, giving the coin its modern identity. Now, let's fast forward to 2009. This year was significant for Canadian coin collectors because it marked one of the last years before Canada made a major change to its nickel composition. The 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin was struck using a steel core with a thin layer of nickel plating. This was part of the Mint's ongoing efforts to reduce production costs and keep coins lightweight. And, of course, we can't forget the iconic design. On the obverse, we have the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt. On the reverse, we see the traditional beaver design, created by G. Kruger Gray, which has been featured on the nickel since 1937. The beaver is a symbol of Canada's early fur trade history, making it an important piece of national heritage. Now, let's talk numbers. What is the 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin worth today? Well, for most circulated versions, The answer is pretty simple. It's still just 5 cents. But don't be disappointed just yet. If your coin is in uncirculated or high-grade condition, it could be worth much more to collectors than on average. A mint state 2009 Canadian nickel can sell for anywhere between $1 to $5. But for truly pristine examples, graded MS, 65 or higher by coin grading services like PCGS or NGC, the value can jump to $10, $20, or even higher. Some high-quality proof-like versions have been known to fetch up to $50. Here's where things get really exciting. Some 2009 Canadian nickels have rare mint errors or variations that make them worth a small fortune. Let's go over some key error types you should be on the lookout for. Off-center strikes. If your coin has an off-center design where part of the image is missing or misaligned, you could be looking at a coin worth $50 to $200, depending on how drastic the error is. Double die obverse or reverse. Some 2009 nickels have doubled lettering or images caused by a misalignment during the minting process. These can sell for $30 to $100 or more. Clipped planchet. If you find a 2009 nickel with a missing piece or an unusual crescent-shaped clip, it might be worth between $20 and $150, depending on its rarity. Die cracks or cuts. These are raised areas on the coin where the metal has filled cracks in the die. Collectors love these oddities, and they can sell from $10 to $75, depending on the severity. And of course, there's always the chance of an unknown rarity surfacing in the future, making certain versions of the 2009 nickel skyrocket in value. And that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin. If you found this video helpful, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more coin-related content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a rare 2009 nickel? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, you might just strike it rich. In this video, we'll dive deep into the history of this coin, its market value, and rare versions that collectors are willing to pay big money for. So, make sure to watch until the end. You don't want to miss this. The 5-cent coin, often called a nickel, has been an essential part of Canadian currency for over a century. The first Canadian 5-cent coin was minted in 1858, but it wasn't always made of nickel. Earlier versions were made of silver, and it wasn't until 1922 that Canada switched to a nickel composition. Fast forward to 2010, the year this modern nickel was struck. The 2010 Canadian 5-cent coin follows the same design that has been in use since 1937. On the reverse side, we see the iconic beaver, designed by artist G. Kruger Gray. This beaver has been a symbol of Canada's fur trade history and national identity. And on the obverse, we have Queen Elizabeth II in her portrait designed by Susanna Blunt. The 2010 Canadian 5-cent coin is made of 94.5% steel, 3.5% copper, and 2% nickel plating. It weighs 3.95 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. This was part of Canada's transition to more cost-effective materials, making these coins slightly different in feel from older nickels. These coins were produced at the Royal Canadian Mint in Ottawa, one of the most technologically advanced mints in the world. The total mintage for 2010 was quite high, making regular versions of this coin relatively common. But here's where things get exciting. Some rare errors and special versions of this coin could be worth a small fortune. So, what is a 2010 Canadian 5-cent coin worth today? A standard circulated version is usually only worth face value, 5 cents. However, if you have an uncirculated version or one in mint condition, MS, 65 or higher, it could fetch anywhere from $1 to $10 from collectors. But wait, it gets better. If you have a coin with a rare die error, misprint, or special edition, you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's take a closer look at what makes certain 2010 nickels extremely valuable. Now, let's talk about the rare errors that can make your 2010 nickel extremely valuable. Off-center strikes. If the design is not perfectly centered, these coins can be worth $50 to $300, depending on how off-centered they are. Double die errors. Some 2010 nickels show doubling on the beaver or the queen's portrait. These errors can fetch $50 to $500 depending on condition. Die cracks or cuts. Small breaks in the die can leave raised bumps or cracks on the coin surface. Collectors love these, and they can be worth $20 to $200. Wrong planchet errors. If a 2010 nickel was accidentally struck on a different metal planchet, its value could skyrocket to over $1,000. A few lucky collectors have sold rare error versions of this coin at auction for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, always check your change. Your next nickel might be worth way more than you think. So, how can you tell if your 2010 nickel is valuable? Follow these steps. Check the condition. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition, MS 65 or higher, are worth more. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling, cracks, or off-center strikes. Weigh your coin. If it weighs significantly different from 3.95 grams, it might be an error coin. Compare with known variants. Check online coin databases, eBay, or auction sites for similar listings. If you think you have a rare 2010 Canadian 5-cent coin, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its value. This can increase its worth significantly. And there you have it. The 2010 Canadian 5-cent coin might just be hiding a fortune in your pocket change. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep an eye on your coins. You never know what treasure you might find. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and rare finds. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable nickel in your collection. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 2012 Canadian 5-cent coin. You might be holding onto something that's worth way more than just 5 cents. Stay tuned as we explore its history, market value, and how some of these coins could be worth big money. Before we get into the value of the 2012 Canadian nickel, let's take a step back and understand its history. The Canadian 5-cent coin has been in circulation since 1858, originally made of silver. However, in 1922, nickel became the primary metal for these coins, giving them their iconic shine and durability. By the year 2000, the Royal Canadian Mint shifted to a more cost-effective composition, using steel plated with nickel. This change continued into 2012, making that year's nickel part of the modern era of Canadian coinage. The 2012 Canadian 5-cent coin features a design that has been used for decades. On the obverse side, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by artist Susanna Blunt. This design has been in use since 2003. The reverse side features the classic beaver design, which first appeared on the 5-cent coin in 1937. It was created by G. Kruger Gray, symbolizing Canada's rich history in the fur trade. This design has made the Canadian nickel one of the most recognizable coins in the world. But is your 2012 nickel worth more than its face value? Let's find out. The market value of the 2012 Canadian 5-cent coin depends on its condition, mint errors, and rarity. Most of these coins in circulation are only worth their face value of 5 cents. However, uncirculated and mint state versions can be worth significantly more. Here's a quick breakdown of the values for a 2012 nickel. Circulated condition, 5 cents uncirculated, MS, 62 MS, 65 around 50 cents to $2 high mint state, MS, 66 and above $10 to $50, and that's not all. There are rare varieties and errors that can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's take a look. Some 2012 nickels have rare errors that make them highly valuable. Here are a few to look out for. Double die obverse, DDO. If the Queen's portrait or lettering appears doubled, this could be a rare error worth over $100. Die cracks or cuds. Small cracks or raised metal areas on the coin could increase its value to collectors. Off-center strikes. If the design is noticeably off-center, these coins can fetch $50 to $200, depending on the severity of the error. Missing plating or wrong planchet. Coins that were struck on the wrong metal planchet or have missing nickel plating are highly sought after and could be worth hundreds of dollars. Always check your change carefully. You might have one of these rare error coins sitting in your piggy bank right now. So, how can you find out if your 2012 Canadian 5-cent coin is valuable? Here are some quick tips. Examine the coin's condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Look for shiny, scratch-free surfaces. Use a magnifying glass. Check for mint errors like doubling, die cracks, or missing details. Weigh the coin. If it's significantly heavier or lighter than normal, 3.95 grams, it could be an error coin. Get it graded. If you suspect your coin is valuable, sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can confirm its authenticity and increase its market value. If you find a valuable 2012 Canadian nickel, where should you sell it? Here are some of the best options. Online marketplaces, eBay, Etsy, and Numista are great places to sell collectible coins. Coin dealers and shops. A professional coin dealer can evaluate your coin and offer a fair price. Coin auctions. Rare error coins often fetch the highest prices at auctions like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers. Coin shows and expos. These events attract collectors willing to pay top dollar for rare coins. Do your research and compare offers before selling to make sure you get the best price for your coin. The 2012 Canadian 5-cent coin may seem ordinary, but hidden gems in your collection could be worth a fortune. Always check your coins for rare errors and keep an eye on the market. You never know. You might just find a treasure hiding in your spare change. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and valuable discoveries. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection. Today, we're exploring the 2015 Canadian 5-cent coin. It may be small, but could it be worth a fortune? Stick around, because you might be holding a valuable piece of history right in your pocket. The 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has a rich history in Canada. Did you know that the very first Canadian 5-cent coin was minted in 1858? Back then, it was made of silver and much smaller than today's version. But by 1922, Canada switched to the larger nickel-based coin we recognize today. The beaver design, which is featured on the 2015 edition, first appeared in 1937. This iconic image, designed by G. Kruger Gray, has remained a staple of Canadian currency for decades. Now, let's talk specifically about the 2015 Canadian 5-cent coin. While it may look like any other nickel in circulation, there are some rare variations that could be worth much more than face value. The standard 2015 Canadian 5-cent coin is made of 94.5% steel, 3.5% copper, and 2% nickel plating, weighing 3.95 grams. It was produced by the Royal Canadian Mint, and millions were made for circulation. But here's the exciting part: collectors are always on the hunt for special varieties, errors, and high-grade specimens that can significantly increase a coin's value. Let's break down the different categories that determine the market value of the 2015 nickel. Most 2015 nickels found in daily transactions are worth their face value, 5 cents. If you have a 2015 nickel in mint state condition, meaning no scratches or signs of wear, it could be worth $1 to $10 depending on demand. The proof-like, PL, and specimen, SP versions, which were struck with high-quality finishes, can be worth $5 to $30. Now, this is where things get really exciting. Certain minting errors, like misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center strikes, can make a common 5-cent piece worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Okay, so what makes a 2015 Canadian 5-cent coin worth big money? Here are a few rare finds that have been spotted in the market. Some 2015 nickels have doubling on the lettering or the beaver design. These can fetch $50 to $500, depending on the severity of the error. If the coin was not properly aligned during minting, part of the design might be missing. These are rare and can sell for $100 to $1,000. If a 2015 nickel was accidentally struck on a different metal planchet, it becomes an ultra-rare collectible, often auctioned for thousands. Coins graded MS 68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can be extremely rare and valuable, sometimes selling for $500 to $2,000 at auctions. Now, let's get hands-on. Here's how you can check if your 2015 Canadian nickel is valuable. Examine the coin under a magnifying glass. Look for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Check for mint errors. Compare your coin with standard images online to spot any anomalies. Look for high-grade coins. If your nickel is in perfect condition, without scratches or discoloration, it might be worth grading. Get it appraised. Consider sending your coin to professional grading companies like PCGS, NGC, or ICCS to certify its value. Sell or hold. If you find a rare 2015 nickel, you can sell it on eBay, through auction houses, or to collectors' forums. Or, Hold on to it. The value might increase over time. And there you have it, folks. The 2015 Canadian 5-cent coin might just be hiding some hidden gems worth a fortune. So, start checking your change. Who knows, you might have a rare nickel in your collection. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Have you found any rare or valuable coins? Share your stories with us today. We'd love to hear them. We're diving into the history, market value, and hidden treasures within the 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin. If you have one of these, it might be worth more than you think. Stick around as we uncover its secrets and see if you have a valuable coin in your collection. Before we talk about the 2016 5-cent coin, let's take a quick trip back in time. The Canadian 5-cent coin has a rich history dating back to 1858 when Canada was still a British colony. Initially made of silver, the design and composition of the 5-cent coin have changed significantly over the years. In 1922, Canada introduced the modern nickel 5-cent coin, replacing the older silver version. Since then, the coin has undergone various design changes, but one element has remained constant: the iconic beaver. The beaver has been featured on the 5-cent coin since 1937, symbolizing Canada's history in the fur trade and its abundant natural wildlife. The 2016 version carries on this tradition with a striking design and durable composition. Now, let's take a closer look at the 2016 5-cent coin. This coin is part of the standard circulation series issued by the Royal Canadian Mint. The obverse, or front side, features an effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt. This portrait has been used on Canadian coins since 2003. On the reverse side, we have the classic beaver sitting on a rock, designed by G. Kruger Gray. This design has been a staple on the Canadian nickel for decades, making it one of the most recognizable coins in circulation. The 2016 5-cent coin has the following specifications: composition, 94.5% steel, 3.5% copper, and 2% nickel plating weight, 3.95 grams diameter, 21.2 mm edge. Smooth. It was minted in large quantities, but some rare variations make certain coins highly valuable. Now for the part you've been waiting for: the market value and rare varieties of the 2016 5-cent coin. While most nickels are worth just face value, certain error coins or low-mintage versions can fetch a significant premium among collectors. Some of the rarest and most valuable 2016 Canadian 5-cent coins include die clash errors. These occur when dies strike without a blank planchet in place, leaving mirrored ghostly images on the coin. Depending on severity, they can be worth $50 to $200 off-center strikes. If a coin is misaligned during the minting process, the design appears shifted. These can sell for anywhere between $20 and $150. Double die variations. If the dies used in striking the coin shift slightly, it results in a doubled appearance on the beaver or queen's profile. These can command prices upwards of $300, depending on clarity. Proof-like and special strike coins. Certain high-quality versions of the 2016 nickel, often found in collector's sets, can be worth between $5 and $50. Recent auctions have seen some of these rare 2016 nickels sell for impressive amounts. So, if you have a 2016 5-cent coin, check it carefully. You might be holding a small fortune. If you think you have a valuable 2016 5-cent coin, here are the best places to sell it. Online marketplaces like eBay, Etsy, or specialized numismatic websites, coin dealers and local coin shops, coin shows and collectors' conventions, auction houses for rare error coins. Make sure to research prices, authenticate your coin if necessary, and choose the best-selling method to maximize its value. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin. Did you find this video helpful? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more numismatic content. Who knows? Your spare change might just turn into treasure.